The handle, and guys, what are you expecting at the start?
Well, I think it'll be up and down. Both of these teams love to play in the open court. Michigan has so much ability to spread the floor offensively in the half court because of the three-point shooting, but this guy has been the player of the tournament outside of Russ Smith, Mitch McGary.
And for Michigan, you're going to go against this matchup zone defense. A little tricky to figure out, but they get a quick start with Trey Burke
knocking down your first shot.
And here's Smith at the other end. And that one took a while, but rolled off the rim, and jumping to get the rebound is Burke, who takes off down the middle of the floor to Robinson. To Burke, he wants it, puts up the three, and hello, championship night. Which tied an all-time tournament record. Stauskas to Hardaway with a three. And Robinson rebounds it for the Wolverines.
Long misses lead to long rebounds. Louisville has to be conscious of that on three-point shot attempts, and the guards have to be able to get to that foul line area to pluck out some rebounds.
Stauskas. Back over to Robinson, and here's Burke. What a matchup this is. Smith on him. Burke weaves through it all and puts up the shot. Gets it to go, and he's got 7.
You got to see that you got the ball first. Normally, if you get the ball first, the officials will let that one go. Big break there for Michigan. That's a lay-in at the other end.
Burke, he's hit some big ones from the outside in this tournament.
He's playing so hard. He is gasping for air over there on the sidelines.
Burke comes back out. Uses the screen from Burke, puts up the three, and he's hitting these shots.
I think Patino thinking the same thing with Siebert in terms of the rest, additional time with the media timeout upcoming, and then thinking about the last few minutes of this ball game.
Burke. And he's matched his 20-point total of Saturday. Burke driving in, and Jang couldn't get there in time. As we're saying, he's out of sync and need a little something like that to get going.
And he went to the left hand. Otherwise, that might have gotten punched.
Well, his game is in transition, and with Syracuse holding opponents to 29% shooting in the tournament, he's had all kinds of opportunities in the open floor, but Michigan has kept him bottled up here.
Well, the efficiency of Michigan's offense really minimizes transition opportunities.
He's opened up hitting his first 3 shots in his last 7 against Kansas. Burke able to probe and gets inside for the first advance to the Elite 8 for the first time since back in 1994 when they lost to the eventual national champion Arkansas team. That game also was played in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
The odds settle back into this 2-3 zone, and it seems to be effective for them, although the offensive boards have been a factor. I think Burke thought he could get Robinson for an easier land, but good transition defense from Florida.
So the Gators have a run, 6 unanswered. Coming up on 2 minutes to play, first half. Burke on a step back, yes. Coming up on AT&T at the half. The steal. Burke took it away from Willigan. Burke on the drive.
Withy has scored over the top of the defense. And Marv, you look at Michigan now. The next step is for Burke to get the jump shot going. He's been in the paint all game, 5 assists already. See to make some beautiful plays. If you can get that outside game going, it changes everything.
Let's see right here. There it is, a 3. Now at the other end, here's Withy coming up short. McGary with the rebound. That's his 8th. Here's Burke on the run. Burke all the way and scores. McGary again with the board.
Michigan very fortunate. Ellis just so much stronger than Robinson down on the block. Looked like he had a pretty easy shot.
Oh, what a move. It counts in the foul. Trey, usual start.
Kind of this game has been kind of a microcosm of Elijah Johnson. First half, who knows what he was doing. Second half, really spectacular. But that's his game, up and down.
This is the biggest lead of the game. Burke hits the median range jumper for Travis Wells with 13 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Michigan looking to hurry. Burke fires for 3. Yes!
Down 5, got to push it and go. No timeouts.
beat Johnson with that quick step. 3-point game. Burke moves it down. 5 seconds. Fires for 3. The game is tied. He's tied it. Kevin Young, 10 points. He's hit all 5 of his shots. Albrecht. Hardaway played by Relaford.
Relaford's done a terrific job slowing down Hardaway, who's been frustrated here tonight. Just 4 of 11 for 10 points.
Burke from straight away. Yes. Oh, he is on. Relaford is at all 4 of his free throws. Jayhawks take a 1-point edge. Minute and a half gone by in the 5-minute overtime.
Look for Michigan to bring with the out again into a pick-and-roll situation. Try to get him away from the hoop.
Burke played by McLemore. Burke shoots over McLemore.
Right now, they do weave quite a bit. VCU, nice play by Burke.
And here's Trey. Left-handed.
Good. You're going to expect... Not a good one.
No.
See, that's great for the press. I mean, if they've got to come up with that rebound. You got everything out of it, a bad shot, and don't come up with it. Burke. Well, he should slip right to the goal with the mismatch.
Baseline jumper. Got it. He got by Burke. I can see him in Cirque du Soleil. There's another rebound.
Not in tights, though.
That's 5 rebounds. Albrecht, not that much of a shooting threat. Burke is.
He sure is. And nice.
0 for 5 in that one. Here's Weber off the rim. Stauskas gets it in the hands of Burke.
And Michigan doesn't mind those. Look at the screen by McGarry.
Wow. Oh, my great. Put that on the highlight reel.
Look at the hands here by Robinson. Unsung hero for this team.
Burke in the corner. Who's going to get a rest? Boy, do they miss him.
Boy, they sure. He and Brandenburg really struggling from outside. And you can't get your press set up either if you're not ringing a bell.
Albrecht. Burke. Unusual today. Burke with 5 assists, but 7 turnovers.
And, of course, led the country. That's just the turnover ratio. Amazing. He gets around 7 assists and around 2 turnovers.
Yep. He came in with a 3.2 to 1 ratio. Number 1 in Division I.
Little cross from Timmy Hardaway.
Yeah. Fegan is 4 for 4 for 8 points. And South Dakota State staying with Michigan. 7-point margin.
I'd love a player to say, John, what happened? I got lost. Well, I may lose your number.
Here's Burke in the lane. Guarded by Walters. Got it. First field goal of the Rock Valley, Iowa.
He does like to do that hide and seek, get guys on his back on a ball screen, too. They're using a lot of clock here.
.90 seconds to go.
For the cross.
Yes.
There you go, dance.
It means when the pass gets thrown from point A to the wing, point B, the weak side defense has to move to the ball. That time, Glenn Robinson didn't move to the ball, and he was beat on the straight cut by Ryan Evans.
Burke got past Jackson, knocks down the jumper. Scored, and just as many turnovers.
You know who I like in this game? I like Hardaway a lot. Tell you why. He went right at Bruisewitz. Now, Bruisewitz supposed to be the tough guy. And a couple possessions ago, Hardaway went right into him. I like that guy, too. Bergman, Kaminsky hitting shots. They can beat anybody in the country because they're going to get them because bigs just aren't used to getting out that far all the time.
Burke uses the window to get his 3rd field goal.
And to use a term from, I forget the movie, and not lollygag around. He went strong with it, quick with it, and he beat the freshman McGarry.
Burke high off the window for 2. Fight him for that position, able to do it there. So Marshall took the 3 and it's off. And the little stuff on that play ended up in the poor shot.
Yeah, and Hardaway did a terrific job.
Burke hanging. Those free throws go to 4. Evans turns. Bruisewitz, great crash of the glass. McGarry the rebound. Spike Albrecht in the game for Michigan. Wolverines can take it to 2. Burke to the basket. What a finish by Burke! Minute 35. Burke using the ball screen. Tough finish over Kaminsky. Timeout Michigan.
Minutes every day, every single possession the right way.
10 points, 25 seconds left. And that's the story of the game. Burke has not been given space. Evans and Jackson's done a great job. Knocks down that one.
Deep in the corner, Hardaway. Rims off. Horford fighting for it. Gets a rebound. Top of the arc. Burke. Count it.
Nice job by Horford.
Marshall driving. Off balance. It's not the shot that he wants. Burke the other way. He's got Scousers on the wing. Drives to the hole and banks it down.
Trying to thirst. Any drink of water tastes good.
Burke. From the field. 3-point game. Morgan comes out the screen for Burke. He'll pull up. Nicely done. Happened. 14 points. Burke back in. LeVert.
Nice strong hedge out there, forcing LeVert to pick up his dribble.
Now Burke will make something happen.
Going in the first half, that's the first deuce here as he has 16 points overall for the Nittany Lions.
Nine to shoot for Burke. Step back. Beautiful. On the shot clock. Sheehy takes it from three-point land. Pulled down by Bogridge.
Tom Crean not going to wait much longer. Going to get Zeller.
That block was Michigan's 6th of the game. And the fast hands coming out with it. Robinson the third. Burke with Oladipo trying to get there in time, but doesn't.
Although Indiana is not converted nearly to the size of that advantage.
Burke, he got separation.
Time and space. And again, he had made only 7 of his last 20 in the prior 4 games before today. But he is clearly capable.
Indiana with 13 points off the bench in this half alone. Corner shot here.
About throwing the ball to Zeller against McGarry with the 4 fouls. Michigan, on the other hand, has to try to get opportunities like that going to the basket. But no risk, no reward. And perhaps having him be refreshed for this next minute or so to serve the Hoosiers well down the stretch.
Michigan has not turned it over in the last 18 minutes of this game. Burke, step back, puts up the shot, and gets there for the putback.
Jim, that's one of the reasons he's strongly considered as one of the leading candidates for Player of the Year in the country. That's why
contest. Michigan really making a concerted effort, Eric, to pack it in the lane and force Purdue to shoot over the top.
Great job of Burke just to lull the defense to sleep and come in with a nice. He's got just 2. And it's blocked inside. Burke gets it back and throws it in. What an. Burke trying to catch fire. Oh, hits a contested 3-pointer with Johnson all over him.
And years here. It's amazing he's out there because when he went to the bench, he looked like me walking, trying to get out of bed.
Burke trying to pick up his offense. He's hit 2 in a row.
You asked when Trey. Yeah.
But they're going to give it to Michigan. It appears as if the Wolverines caught a break. And they capitalize.
Boy, that's a big, big basket.
Local kid making good, that's for sure. Now Anthrop has his pocket picked. Albrecht pokes it away, and Burke has it. Burke able to hang long enough to compose himself and make the jumper.
Did you see the
bonus the rest of the way? DJ Bird back on the floor. Still has not been able to hit a shot from the field. Trey Burke trying to get Michigan the lead. And he does. He wanted a foul.
Inside from Derek Nix. And there's the turnover. Here comes Trey Burke. Nice. Oh,
He did walk, but he got
jumper. No. Burke with a long rebound. 3-on-3. He goes solo.
Can't leave him alone. Stop the...
Out of Mississauga, Ontario, near the Toronto area, and has been a starter for the last 21 games. Matt Bogridge is on the floor now, a former starter who's given way to Karis LeVert in the rotation.
I've watched Matt on the bench during games. He's a real leader. He contributes. It's tough when you play a lot and don't get the minutes. Pull up with that ball screen.
Michigan State up 31-24.
And Michigan, he can step out and make a three, too.
McGarry, Burke.
See, I'd love him to load up there. Look at this kid. Is he masterful?
Albrecht for Michigan. Burke, who has played 31 of 32 minutes in this ball game.
I guess the long timeouts, they figured to give him a blow. Got the TV timeout coming up. I think that's why he's not shooting it quite as well. Does so much. This is where he is amazing. His takes hit.
Under 6 to go.
A lot of guys slapping the floor this trip, Vern.
I'm sure Steve Wojciechowski's very proud watching this one from Duke. Burke, look at that. Look at that.
He keeps the dribble alive.
The margin is 3 with 3:16 to go.
Got to have Burke make the decision. Look at this strength of this guy. Wow.
Last 2 possessions.
They're going to hold it. I think time's... Oh, no, steal!
Burke! Michigan back on
him. Give up the ball and make someone else make a decision. Stauskas. Penn State in 2-3 zone, so they've mixed it up so far in this game, man and zone. What are they better at, in your opinion, as Burke shoots the 3 and hits it? Probably second half. Marshall with the answer, a little bit strong again, and now on the run, Michigan. Oh, what a hesitation! The fade away from Burke. Oh, beautiful play by Trey Burke. But at least within shouting distance as Newville misses the second. Stauskas with a big rebound. Burke accelerating quickly and gets the jumper in transition. Burke splits 2 defenders, and the pull-up is swish again.
Shot clock under 10. Bertrand turns it over, taken away by Burke. Lays it in.
Need for that. That's a perfect. Going to your right, you can spin your right foot in front of your left, get your shoulders forward. Brandon Paul's really struggled with that, I think. He's too good a player to let that happen. That should have been a ball that got inside the basket if he missed.
Gets the high screen, and now moving away is Hardaway. Burke down the lane with the jump stop and the finger roll. Well done by Trey Burke. Illinois or the team on the right? Who gets in?
Oh, I don't think there's any question. Illinois. The team on the right with the 10 conference wins, that's not supposed to make a bit of difference. Strength of schedule, who you beat on the road. Those type of things become really important. Maybe both, depending on how many at-large bids there are, how many upsets in the conference tournaments, those kind of things, but certainly Illinois.
Shot clock at 6. Burke down the lane with a pump fake and rolls it home.
So I hear all this talk, and that's a great move by Burke about...
Still on the left side. Hall drives it, stripped away. Here comes Tim Hardaway with help from Burke.
Jimmy Snuka got on the top rail. Things like that happen. Guy's nose gets busted up. And
was there ever anything more electrifying?
Nothing. In the
Snuka on top of the cage. Not on the top turnbuckle, on top of the cage.
Better yet.
And it's a whole different ball game.
We could go for a long time.
LeVert off to Burke, left wide open for 3. Uses a screen out of a double team, gives it up. Trey Burke off the steal, cruises in for an easy 2. And John Gross wants a timeout.
Pursuing the ball or in the post, the last 3 feet. Go get the ball. What are you doing?
Burke for 3. Got it.
Just let him take over for Michigan.
Away for another wide open look. That's no good. Back tackle by Morgan. Right to Burke, and he knocks it down.
There's my guys. Morgan.
The made basket, but they've burned a lot of shot clock. They want to try to shorten this game versus Michigan.
Well, Jordan Morgan. Marshall misses that 3. Rebound to Jordan Morgan.
Nice job of contesting by Tim Hardaway.
Trey Burke in transition. Rodniak just can't handle it. Morgan comes up with a steal. Michigan up a point. This is Trey Burke. Look at him go left again. Newville and Marshall are playing defense with 2 fouls each.
Oh boy, Newville was very close to getting a 3rd there.
Burke from the corner. Tough shot, short. Rebound, Trey Burke. Here come the Wolverines in transition. Hanging, scoring is Trey Burke.
Oh, good trap.
Ahead to Burke. Stauskas driving, leaving it for Burke. Man, college player. But now they're coaching against each other today as Taylor missed it.
The D2 level, Coach Chambers was at Philadelphia Textile.
Burke. Well, boy, was that a big putback by Sasha Borodniak. 4 in double figures for Penn State today. Michigan still leads it 71-65, 2:22 to play. Michigan will take a little time off the clock. Trey Burke with the ball still doesn't have a turnover. 23 points, 5 assists. Stauskas with 9 to shoot. He'll give it up to Burke, the super sophomore out of Columbus. On the drive, spinning inside, scoring inside.
12 of his last 13 in this building against the Wolverines. So Michigan got a big win here a couple of years ago, and in many ways, that changed the fortunes of this program. Michigan State has dominated this series over the last 5 years. Burke with a fadeaway down by Harris. It's off the mark. And here is Burke with the push. That's what Tom Izzo needed his team to stop. Transition hoops for the Wolverines.
And this is what Michigan wants to do. They really don't want to set up. They're forced to right now because of great defense by Michigan State.
Burke a 3. It's starting with Nix. Rebound by Stauskas for the Wolverines. Gary gave Burke some space. Oh, man. So his 4th three-pointer of the game.
That's great play by Payne. Really active, got the ball. He heard and knew where Gary Harris was, found him. That's a great play by Adrian Payne.
But Robinson 1 of 3 in that first half, continuing his offensive struggles in the big games on the road. Indiana, Wisconsin in the first half here. Robinson 4 of 15 from the field. Burke, and 1. Big hit. We're talking that guy, Valentine.
That's a great find by Nix. And Valentine gaining confidence Got stripped by Burke. Now Spike Albrecht on him. No match for Valentine.
Equaling the largest hole the Wolverines have been in all season. And that 21-point hole against Ohio State was in the first half. Burke tries to shoot him out of it. Knocks down a three. Free tacos with your ticket. But not your press pass, Dan. You cannot go through the drive-through.
That shows you the difference in college basketball. It used to be 100.
Now down to 70.
Now it's 70. That's why I've got Indiana fourth. We'll see today and tomorrow.
Now, how about Wisconsin? They're unranked and yet are a game out of first place and arguably the best conference in the country. As Burke off the timeout comes off the screen and knocks down.
They gave one away. Next thing you know, he ends up in Michigan. They gave one to Shannon Scott, actually. Burke ends up in Michigan. And what a great thing for Michigan. And Michigan has a terrific point guard coming in next for Derek Walton. And a great big kid as well, Mark Liddell.
Terrific floater by Burke.
Not Hammer Bergeron. And Wisconsin wise to go into him. And he can't handle him because he's undersized. He's doing a good job. He's trying, but he's just undersized against a kid that's skilled and pretty good on the block.
Burke fades away. He gives Michigan the lead right back.
And now Burke.
Burke leans in, off the window, old school with the double pump.
Hey, that was great. Back down the floor. And he looks like the older guy that's just taking the younger guy in Robinson on the block, old man moving him, backing him down, using the booty, and going and getting the bucket in the lane. And then limping down the floor.
Burke got caught in midair, and Robinson III comes, bails him out. A reset to Burke with 12 on the shot clock. Burke left alone, and he makes Wisconsin pay.
Yeah, great look by Hardaway as Wisconsin.
Burke floating left, shooting back to the right, and knocks it down. Rust with a head fake. Trey Burke pulls up and gets the friendly roll.
A little one-handed, going 1,000. Or go get fouled. Settling means he took a turnaround jump shot instead of working to get closer to the rim.
Burke fades away. He's got it, and it's a three-point lead for the Wolverines.
Yeah, where'd he let him get the ball? Let him get the ball right.
Really limited offensively. They're going to beat you with defense and tempo. Burke on a beautiful kick. Oh, man. Guys have a common denominator, and I think that's the coaching staff led by Thad Matta. They're going to battle you and fight you. What they're limited offensively, they're going to make up on the defensive side.
They do such a good job. So much defensive attention on Burke. He's been given very little room to work. Shot clock at 14.
So I think he thinks about it a little bit too. I really do. He could say no, but I think psychologically he starts thinking about how I'm going to face Kraft. And he usually rises in the big game, the big moment.
Largest lead of the night for Ohio State. It's 4.
Fights the crowd a little bit too.
Burke knocks down the 3. How big was 8? Trey Burke has scored double digits every game this year. Turnover there. Burke ahead of the field, chased by Williams.
That's what Michigan. Burke is 4 for 9 so far.
Hardaway took off, didn't have room. Burke for 3. Got it!
He said they're playing aggressive. He wants them to get downhill more, though. Wants them to get to the basket and not settle for outside. Well, not settle for that. But when it goes in, he's okay with it.
Took a charge, and he made a 30-foot drive to the goal with the left hand.
How about that win Wednesday up at West Lafayette?
Wow.
97-60, the Hoosiers over Purdue.
I think it's the worst beating they've ever taken up at West Lafayette.
Burke can't get the shot off. Still plenty of time. McGarry the drive, and Zeller got him. Back to Burke for 3.
There's no doubt in my mind. Those 19 minutes.
Keep an eye on the matchup, too, with Hardaway being defended by Oladipo. Oladipo considered one of the premier defenders in all of college basketball, and Tim Hardaway Jr. is having a terrific year in many respects. Burke from the corner knocks it down.
They're going to find him a little quick.
Remember, there it is. They take advantage of Abel as Burke jams it, just about to set. Now launches one over Burke, and McGarry down with a rebound. Michigan looking to run. They do this well. Burke with a layup.
Tremendous transition right there, man. Super Bowl is great, but it's going to have to top this. Are you serious? This is electric, baby, electric. Hold me when I see. I can't believe the enthusiasm, the energy, the excitement.
Holding for the last shot. Burke, a deep three. Got it!
What a big-time play. Yogi Ferrell really taking a challenge, playing the best point guard in the nation. Trey Burke.
Horford thinking about the backdoor feed. Now hands off to Burke.
I think the guy that's got to step up for Michigan, he's too talented to be 0 for 2, is Robinson. Robinson's had a phenomenal year.
Needs Stauskas to make shots as well. 1 for 8 in the first half. It'll be Burke for 3.
He's back, and you need it from the crowd. You feed off the adrenaline of this crowd. Oh, I love this place, man. I love it.
Big shot for Burke again.
And then at Wisconsin, that's like going to see Dr. Dentist.
McGarry forces another turnover. Burke spinning. Banks at home. It's a block. Count it and a foul.
And you would have never believed it after winning the Maui, beating Butler, beating Gonzaga, as Burke would have been free. You would have
year ago, and now he's got the top-ranked team in college basketball. Lamont Simpson, DJ Karstensen, and Bill Elk. Them in with the whistles here tonight. On the drive, Stauskas, throwaway, but saved by Trey Burke. Northwestern starting out in a man.
Northwestern plays a lot of man-to-man. They will switch up to that 1-3-1, and you cannot fall asleep on Stauskas, not only from behind the arc, but he can put the ball on the floor as well.
Three ball by Trey Burke.
He dropped 20 points on the road at Illinois, and that's an ideal possession for Northwestern. They took the shot clock all the way under 10. For Northwestern to have a chance, they have to make sure that the winning score is in the upper 50s at the most.
He averages 6 a game off the bench. Burke, fade away. One of the best shows on television. And Bakari Alexander has been featured on the journey with his pregame speeches. And how about this past show with Chris Street's mom and dad? That's about as an emotional a show and as great a tribute as you'll ever see. Lob down low, not handled, but recovered by Michigan. Max Bielfeldt now in the ballgame. And with this early lead, John Beilein can go to his bench. 6 to shoot. Trey Burke will let it fly.
And by Hearn, Michigan is not going to let that door stay open for very long.
John Beilein saying his Michigan club has embraced being voted #1 in the country. And Northwestern, like Michigan, averages 8 threes a game. And they'll need some 3-ball magic to get back into this one. They're just 4 of 16 from beyond the arc tonight. Burke on the drive.
And there's that have been forced to be put in that situation.
He could play 16 minutes this first half alone.
No question. They do have John Horford back, but he's battling through some injuries of his own, so he's trying to shake the rust off for that front line of Michigan.
Burke gets a screen from McGarry. Stauskas. Burke, top of the key. 2 guys on Richardson, and almost a steal for Robinson. And now a steal by Burke. 3-on-2 for Michigan. Chance for the 3-point play. Michigan going to hold for the final possession of the first half. Now Burke going to work. Long 2-pointer is good. Burke from deep. And another rip away in the backcourt.
Brandon Paul, but you don't clean it
makes you pay. And a rip away. Burke with the clean steal.
Guarding the trigger man.
Burke's going to have to fire. Beats the shot clock and hits the run.
Bird now. That's his preferred distance. Rebound on the inside, Jordan Morgan. Here comes Burke. Trey Burke.
His abilities, though, was all predicated upon DJ Bird creating the space, finding the lane, and all Hammond's had to do was catch and finish.
Back-to-back turnovers for Michigan. Purdue on a 10-1 run. Remember, a couple weeks ago, they had a chance to ascend to #1 in the country. That helps from Trey Burke.
Putting it on the ground, getting to the rim.
Tyrone for three. Off the rim and into the hands of GR3. Glenn Robinson the third. Here's Burke. And a strong move by ESPN2.
Sean Miller, one of the premier coaches in all of college basketball. He has done a superb job rebuilding and re-energizing the Wildcats program.
How about a little stop and start from Trey Burke? And Burke, those quick hands. And the easy finish.
Underneath their rebounding ability.
Trey Burke, 13 points and 8 assists. Just one turnover on the night. Gonna bring this thing in for a nice landing. If you were filling out your ballot for the Wooden Award, where's Burke's name?
He'd be #1 on my list right now. Doug McDermott, #2. Plumlee, #3.
The reason why the crossover, the kick, and Hardaway misses the three. McGarry down with a strong rebound.
Big time rebound right there by McGarry. Gives him a second opportunity.
And Burke won't. Norman lost it on the way up, and the Wolverines have it. Burke the pull-up. Knocks it down. Boy, Michigan. Last time Minnesota beat a top 5 team, Arizona, in 1994. And Michigan, another Michigan turnover. And Welch gives it right back to Burke.
Got numbers.
Burke just keeps going and lays it in with the left hand. His frustration turned into him committing a foul after the missed shot.
Right. Crowd's quiet right now. Michigan playing really well on the road. Won 3 in a row here. Last 3 times they've been here, they've beaten Minnesota. That's a sign of a special team. You can go to environments like this and get wins. You really are special. They have a long way to go yet, but you can see they're not intimidated at all.
2-3 zone Minnesota. Giving Michigan a different look. And it does not pay off. A three.
And there's a couple of great opportunities on the drive by Thompson and Amir Williams with the putback. But it seemed to me as they got going in practice yesterday that they were ready to roll. And that guy is always ready to. If he were to do that Shannon Scott would be okay to replace him.
Thomas running that curl a little quick with it. Speaking of quick, here's Burke. Is that quick?
Big time.
How about that?
That's big time rack-to-rack take right through.
You're a scorer. I want some pizzazz. Stauskas comes out of there with it. Here's Burke again. Off the bounce. Trey Burke.
That good enough for you?
I'll take that. Kraft with the coup de grace. And it's a 6-point game. They were down by 21 in the first half. Burke uses the paint shot to get.
Hardaway Jr. for 3. Rebound inside. Morgan battling for it, and he's got it for Michigan. Trey Burke, the Big Ten Player of the Week, the National Player of the Week. Hardaway and now to Stauskas. One thing Nebraska prides itself on, they do defend. As Burke launches the jumper and hits the 3. Well, the thing, nice bounce inside to McGarry, who cannot connect on the jam. Sunday was just a dunk fest here for Michigan. First one goes awry tonight.
Maybe it's me, but this is my second game in the Chrysler Center, and it's the second time that McGarry has blown a dunk. I like him, but his lift has failed him twice now with me in the building.
Maybe it's you, though, as you said. Burke inside, got his man Parker in the air, and he'll go to the line. 10.
Well, he'll add size, he'll add presence on the interior, rebounding, and defense.
Burke, the three.
Nation's best teams at the end of the year, you got to figure out ways to win games in a variety of fashion. The up and down games as well as the slow down games, you got to figure out a way to get it done. This is a slow down game playing against their philosophy.
Hardaway Jr., Robinson the third, Morgan, Burke, and Stauskas on the floor to start off this second half for Michigan. They start on offense. Just 1 for 6 down the last 4 minutes plus in the first half, but there's Trey Burke going to pick it up. Tally the pull-up in transition. And the rebound saved in play by Tim Hardaway Jr.
2 quick shots playing right into the hands of Michigan. You had 2 opportunities there to take time off. But I just believe that in order for Nebraska to win this game, it needs to be a low-scoring game, maybe in the 50s. But in order to do that, you must have discipline on the break, on the offense. If it's not there early, work your offense, because that is
TN's award-winning original, The Journey, Sunday at 8 Eastern, presented by Chase Freedom. What a great first episode this will be. Coach Miles mic'd up. We'll hear what he has to say on The Journey. Sunday night.
He brought his team in here today well prepared, I'll tell you that.
Burke driving past Tally. Nice little spin by Burke and gets the 2.
From the field, he's hit 2 threes. Iowa back up by a penny. Half-court pressure, broken easily by the Wolverines. And Iowa gets back into his zone.
Yeah, Iowa's showing a variety of defenses, mixing things up against Michigan here.
Burke, straightaway jumper.
And that's what happens.
And Marble somehow got it tonight, but it's rejected by McGarry. Hardaway, Burke, up and in. For the Wolverines.
The big one there is taking away the transition baskets by Iowa, and they have done that. This is a Hawkeye squad that came in averaging 76 points per hour.
Back court. Look how the ball moves from this step back, 20-footer. Count. You want to play here, especially if you're unselfish, because you get so many opportunities for shots.
And they create an environment where you have a lot of guys that can score, but they share the ball so well.
Crossover.
Stauskas the recipient.
And a steal. Robinson to Burke. He's got a 41-inch vertical. Burke kick. The Wolverines are really stroking it from the three-point line. 9 of 18. Hardaway Jr. 3 of 5. Stauskas 2 of 5. Burke 2 of 3. Here's Burke now. Stepping back, rolling, leaning.
Need a try. In the lane, rolling left. That won't drop. That's a shot he can hit. He does have a little hook shot action in the middle of that paint. Look at Burke go right by everybody. Boy, he smoked that.
Uncontested to the rim. That's automatic.
I know you haven't seen every point guard, although I listen to you a lot. It sounds like you have, but is anybody playing better in the country than he is?
It's tough to say because of his ability to limit turnovers, specifically in the last 6 games, only 6 turnovers and 46 assists, and he can do that.
Well, 3-pointer by Burke, 8-0. Marco Tullio cannot answer. And this is a deadly start for Northwestern on their home floor with their best player on the bench. Burke jumping in. Oh, he hit it. No whistle.
Good, strong, aggressive move. Again, turning the corner as a guard. And sometimes when you have a player like Trey Burke, if you catch him standing a little bit upright, and that's what he was on that possession. And now change up your defense, allow you to get set in your half-court stuff.
Northwestern had missed their first 4 and turned it over twice. Burke lines up a long one and drains it. Another 3. He is scored. Freshman from Chicago will come on now. He's been getting a lot of minutes. A lot of freshmen are playing for Bill Carmody. Some of them being forced into action lately because of injuries.
Well, that creates opportunity, and your role might change as you go throughout the course of the season. And how prepared are you to make an impact?
Burke, another one. What a great look at all net. Sobolewski finds the open shooter. Dent can't bury it. Had a great look, but he missed it. Burke, what a great move to bank into. This time, he had some good shots in the first half. It may look a little awkward coming off the hand, but he gets it done. Here's Burke. Yes, all net for a triple. So Michigan from the get-go has had everything cooking tonight. Transition baskets, three-point shooting. Burke was a one-man show in the opening minutes. He ran out 13 points in the first 5 minutes of the game for himself. Oh. Another beautiful move for two.
This is a team that's competing still in Northwestern. I mean, they have not had any drop-off. The problem is they've just been so far behind throughout this contest.
Well, the way Michigan came out, playing so crisp and so clean and just with a full head of steam, and really blew out the Wildcats on a 20-4 run before anyone could sit down in the arena. Burke down the lane, and he has 23.
Jordan Morgan will jump center against Olivier Bagotu, and it's Michigan controlling the tip, and there is Trey Burke. The officials, Ted Valentine, Steve McJunkins, and Chris Bullock. Burke for three. Good start for Trey Burke.
No nervousness there in Fowler either, and he is a freshman.
Fowler last night was working with Kyle Randall, the two of them working on their mid-range game. You can see how the youngster was learning from the upperclassmen. Burke, the crossover dribble, gets inside all the way to the hoop. A quick transition, three by Randall's, in and out. Here comes Burke. He's got Robinson to his right, keeps it himself off the glass, got it.
With the size disadvantage and try to work that glass for second shot opportunities.
They get to the free throw line. They take advantage of three-pointers. In the corner, Burke left wide open for three. You cannot leave him that open.
Three-point shooter coming into this game, but you can clearly see by his style, his form, his mechanics right there that he's better than that. And I expect that number to rise.
Burke doesn't use a screen. Fade away from the baseline. Wow. How about his 3%?
Hey, they're playing their way. They are not deviating from their style of play and their philosophy.
They want to run on offense and try to slow this Michigan offense down.
Kranitz, who just hit that basket, averaged 30 in high school, so he is accustomed to scoring. Estimation, taking time off that clock. It's going to be their benefit if they can shrink this game, even though I know they like to play fast.
Robinson, the third, thought about putting up that jump. Will take some more time off the clock, approaching 4 minutes. McGarry, the screen for Burke. His three is good.
I saw Glenn, the big dog Robinson, play, and he was great. You know, one of the best players in this conference's history. But I don't think he had the elevation from a standstill that his son has. I would agree.
I know this may sound crazy, but if you're Central Michigan down by 19 with under 5 to go, you're probably pretty happy.
Well, you know, the thing that they're happy about.
7-footer looking for some help. And the ball poked away. Trey Burke with the steal. Burke hangs and scores.
That's exactly the line of defense, but it had to go through a lot of hands. The Eagles knock it away.
You think it's possible at the end of the year that Trey Burke leads the team in both scoring and assists?
Absolutely.
Burke currently third in the Big Ten in scoring. He leads the Big Ten in assists. Gets inside, hands and finishes. Wow. Leading scorer for Eastern Michigan, his first deuce.
And really the only viable three-point threat for Eastern Michigan, 48%.
Friendly roll for Burke. From here in Ann Arbor, and check in on the latest news from around the conference. understand Riley, a big-time talent originally, committing to Syracuse or transferring closer to home to play with Eastern Michigan. Burke, step-in jumper. Transition. Wolverines have numbers. 3-on-2. Hardaway. Rebounded by Bielfeldt. Burke. 11 points in the first half.
Henderson, not a bad guy, dragging the D as well with threes. This is as aggressive I've seen. You did the Virginia Tech game.
Yep.
They got after it there, too.
Big time.
They have to.
Buries that 3% as a team from 3 for Michigan this year. Burke steps in.
That's so sloppy, the angle.
Burke weaving inside. Offensive rebound of the putback.
Did you see?
Rutledge here.
Nice hands.
Oh, Burke spinning it home after.
From Mount Vernon, great basketball history, of course, recently with Ben Gordon.
Look at this kid switch to the left. Excuse me, John. And step.
Well, that was Burke getting active with the hands. Eventually, it ends up with Hardaway, and now Burke again. Trey Burke, another ball.
There's that double high now. One goes to the rim. Pretty good job defensively. This is a different West Virginia team from the other night. Michigan's really had to work hard, John. Ooh,
man,
step back.
And better working together.
But that next step to the NBA, you know, kids don't know how hard it is. You really got to prepare yourself. Little zone look now. Nope, back to man. They may trap them if they run out of ball screen. Oh, lingerie on the
51% from the floor. He's 8 for 10 so far in this one.
Way to pick up his lunch, these other guys, huh? Once in a while, he does it all.
Second half, it'll be Aaron Harris starting for Jabari Hines for West Virginia.
Just that bump enough to give him that open look. Diffuse that press pretty quickly, didn't they?
Yeah, it makes it difficult with so many ball handlers.
Look at this kid, man. This pace.
Harris is starting to slip, pick up ahead.
I saw him do it left. He focuses in on Michigan's offense. Their defense has been pretty good this year, too. Making Binghamton work the clock and then a contested jump shot and a good block out.
Now Burke's going to reset the offense. Morgan, his first touch on offense. Over to Robinson. Everyone getting involved early. Now shot clock down to 12. Burke, his first shot. Had been called against Binghamton. Reed in trouble. Tries to bounce it off of Robinson, who steals it away. Burke in transition with a left hand.
As we just talked about, you can see there's the drive. A couple Wolverines are waiting for him again.
Nice pass. Just a gorgeous flip. Can't convert inside. Wolverines are going to hold for the last shot.
Look for a ball screen for Burke here.
And Gary sets the screen. Burke settles for the three and hits it.
And Scott, he came out of that class as well, but you got to be a little disappointed if you're a Buckeye fan that he doesn't have that red jersey on.
Burke! He's been begging to hit another one. Fortunate bounce comes right back to Burke, who throws it off the window and in.
Hard to believe as much as Tennessee pressured and played up and down, full court press, that they did not foul the Wolverines more in that ball game. Michigan won it handily, going away in that contest. Not the recipe of success most times, not making a free throw, but Wolverines able to do it in that NCAA game.
Burke gets a screen from McGarry, hangs in the air and hits it. Great body. Michigan with 60 points now, and another steal. Burke, he's not stopped playing, adds 2 more.
You're right about that. The Chrysler Center, having undergone major renovations here, is one of the special places to watch and call a college basketball game.
$95 million renovation to this place, and it is off the charts. Stauskas into the corner. They find Burke for the three.
Hate on.
It's an 8-point game. Trey Burke holding for the final shot. Turns the corner and finishes. Mike Anderson's club looking for its first signature road win. Burke answers.
And footwork there for the jump booker. And Arkansas putting some real heat on the Wolverines here at the Chrysler Center.
Kiko Hadar, a guy they listed 5'10". That may be generous. What a fade. He jarred it loose from Mickelson. 10 turnover by Arkansas. A minute remaining. Stauskas nearly coughed it up. Still 13 to shoot. Burke on a tough floater. Burke to steal. On the exclamation point.
Hutchison. Stolen away by Burke. Here comes Burke ahead of the pack.
Michigan team really could not substitute by committee, 4 or 5 guys in. But this year, with the depth that they have with Gary, with Stauskas, Albrecht, that you can bring guys in that you feel free.
That one doesn't go. Morgan clears the rebound.
Does it area?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he is a massive young man.
Here's Burke. So far this year.
Well, coaches will tell you all the time, when you have a young team, the biggest adjustment is defensively, or players that haven't played consistent minutes. That's where the learning process is a little bit higher. But also, again, to put it back into, it's his strong hand.
Now a steal by Burke. Trey Burke. Trying the three. Necessarily his forte. Rebound pulled out of there by Stauskas. Now Burke. Nice move by Burke, and he gets it to go. What a move by... Now Burke back in there.
What did Coach Beeline call this lineup with Gary and also Morgan? It's unbelievable, okay? But now the talent has caught up with the coaching, so now you have more competitive and deeper teams, deeper times. And that's all just comes from, if you just look at Tubby, Tom Izzo, Beeline, the list goes on and on, Treen.
Here's Trey Burke for three.
Keeps on the move. Jalen Crawford leading the way. And now Michigan on a break of its own, 4 against 1. Oh, look at that. Trail in this game, and the game has never been tied. Burke on a flash to the goal. Well, that's real season. 8th in the country in rebounding. Only lost to Syracuse.
Yeah, that's one there that obviously San Diego State will circle on the calendar, the chance to go to Pauley Pavilion. They made a bajillion dollars of improvements at Pauley Pavilion, and they've already lost them.
Trey Burke negotiating.
Get a good shot, assuming that Leslie becomes aggressive. That's why he likes to play. He loves to play in the middle of the floor. You see it, Mike, in the NBA. What do the Heat do? They put LeBron in the middle of the floor. It's not rocket science. Rattling over three. Hey, that's all. If you're 5'3", too, you better be good extension of the defense. Burke to knock away, and the finish by Trey Burke. So that plays all year.
North Carolina, Indiana, coming up next here on ESPN. Dan Shulman, Dick Vitale waiting. Shulman saw the Canadian flag when Stauskas hit a three. Texted me about 8 seconds later.
As with John Saunders on the guard, Stauskas hit a three. We saw it. He stood up and started singing the anthem.
With plenty of time on the clock, working around the perimeter outside this North Carolina State zone.
Somebody's got to get in the middle, Mike.
Michigan made him pay earlier. Horford gave Burke a little space with the screen. And Trey traps for that board and get it to his team.
Yeah, I don't care though. Mark Godfrey, go back to that. Leslie missed a layup. So what? That's not your biggest problem. Your biggest problem is getting the layup. They got layups. He'll make 98% of them. Just go get them.
Three starters on the floor from Michigan. A little floater from Burke.
My Carolina State, North Carolina State fans are tired of hearing it, but he is better than everybody when he gets angry and plays hard. He just took that mic, and nobody was keeping him in front, and no one was stopping him at the rim.
Well, he knew it was 5-on-3, and he knew nobody was going to be there. 8.5, 12 in the game for Leslie.
Bad matchup.
Burke looking for a shot here in the second half.
Worked hard enough to put his teammate in position. That is tremendous.
Rodriguez got bumped by Burke, no call. Vogrich, extra pass, first shot of the game for Trey Burke, and it goes down.
Vogrich made it.
Father like son, and Spradley missing on the other end. Here's a 3-on-1 for Michigan. Burke with the finish.
How about being a freshman and dunking in the garden?
Yes.
That's pretty fun.
646 coaching victories for John Beilein. Canisius, Richmond, West Virginia, now Michigan. Here in his 6th year in Ann Arbor. Here's Burke on the pull-up.
It's a tough thing to master.
Burke there to follow his miss.
I didn't think they were overrated. I think they're right where they need to be. They got big-time weapons, a terrific coach. Anything you want in a team, they have.
Burke, a floater off the glass, goes down.
Hurts college basketball, in my opinion.
Taylor turns around with the left hand, and it's short.
How quick is that? Wow. Burke quickly. And over to help from the weak side layup. Watch how many times Michigan players change direction. Look on the bottom of your screen. Nice change of direction. Doesn't get the ball, Robinson.
Hardaway trying to back his way in. Spins it out. Shot clock is under 10. Burke's got it. Burke around 2 contenders. Able to take the final shot of this first half.
Well, if this goes down any farther, you're going to see Trey Burke come up and get the ball. High ball screen coming. Shooter spread.
Burke. Good defenses. Yes, take it back out. 2 left. Burke lets it go. Beats up.
An explosive team, either in transition or with harder cutting. Nobody is cutting.
Burke.
You're trying to make 2 or 3 different new plays.
Patterson off the mark. Burke wants to run. Off the glass. He can.
That one in and out. And here comes Burke. Oh, explosive. Trey Burke off the window gets the...
Staring at the feet and not looking at the contact. Who got there first? And I think that's just an adjustment that they're making. It's not a rule change, but an adjustment.
So concerned more with whether the feet were out of that semicircle. Burke now wandering into the lane and gets it to go. The tier and pulls up in Robinson's face. Hesitation, Burke off the glass and good. And a rebound there for the freshman.
Cleveland State can go by, but they just can't finish at the rim.
Burke knocks down.
Last night, played 40-plus minutes. These guys are a little tired. And we watched them in shoot-around. They practiced harder in shoot-around today than some teams play.
Burke drills a corner 3.
And heads that ball screen a little bit more. You can't give John Hart that open shot.
What's the biggest challenge for IUPUI defensively?
Well, I just think inside with rebounding, that's going to be a factor. And Michigan can beat you from 3.
They need him because, well, he is their top player returning. Tied at 9, just getting going here in Ann Arbor. John Jambi and Bruce Pearl. Number 5, Michigan against the IUPUI Jaguars.
Right now, Michigan's running that motion offense. You'll see the back cuts, the dribble handoff for the screen for Trey Burke for the 3. Nice stuff.
Jambi, Bruce Pearl here at Chrysler Center. As as Morgan pulls down the Gibbs miss.
Morgan's a terrific rebounder. His body has really improved.
Burke hits another, his third. Michigan here in the first half, big key for them. 7 of 10 from three-point line. Actually been better from 3 than from 2.
You can't ask for much more from the offensive execution. They're getting good looks. Here's a breakdown play now, short clock.
Clock under 10. Burke going to work on Shanklin. Drives right past it. Big Ten Freshman of the Year a season ago. Rice drive wouldn't go, and now Morgan flips it up ahead. Here's Hardaway, the give off. Burke lays it in.
A lot of depth.
Gibbs inside.
McGarry held his ground on defense.
Burke a wide open look and gets another
situation.
Foul was on Hart, his third.
Good hedge out by Patton there. Good switch out on Robinson.
Glenn Robinson the third with 21 points. That's a game high. Burke sets it up under 10 on the shot clock. Rice harassing him. Little off balance jumper, and it'll go.
He's getting to the foul line more, and he's finishing at the basket.
Burke pulls down the rebound. Didn't have numbers. Little crossover and the step through for the.